Ay, okay. Talk and talk, your talk, boy. It's L inspires on the talk, boy. Talk politics, news, and a lot more. Even showbiz, man, it ain't awkward. Yeah, and get ready to learn more. Every time this show is on, boy. It's fresh, it's new, it's hot, boy. Hot topics, steaming like lava. I'm talking about the show called FrieNdZoNe.
Hello, cherished viewers. You're welcome to another educative session with the FrieNdZoNe. And to kickstart, I'd like to share some tips of how I start my day. So I wake up in the morning, I do some exercise. I make sure that no week passes by without me doing exercise 3 times in a week.
Wow.
I also don't eat cold food. I take in warm food. Also, I take in a lot of water, and I also take in some fruits and vegetables, which are not so at first, but then I'm disciplining myself to take in some fruits and vegetables.
Wow.
And that should give a clue as to the session we are moving to. And you can see we are informal. It's not usual. It's unusual because of some dignitaries or some personalities we have in our midst. And this is the second time we are hosting some guests on our show. So I wouldn't talk much. I'd like them to talk for themselves. So you are welcome, our guests.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so who are you? What are you and what do you do? You guys want to know?
I'm human.
Oh my god.
That's for the what part.
You know?
Actually, what are you?
What are you? What are you?
Yeah, it's nice to say I'm a homo sapien.
Yeah, I can see.
Hey!
Yeah, I can see.
Okay,
You know?
I'm Fifi KOOMSON, a 4th year PharmD student of
Wow.
university.
Wow.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Okay, thank you, KOOMSON.
Thank you very much.
My name is MIKA. I'm also a 4th year family.
Wow.
Okay, so I think the name is interesting. I'm not Mika what?
Lilette.
Lilette.
Lilette. It's a French name.
Oh, so you are not
just like
Ghanaian.
Yes, please. I'm a Rwandan. I'm from Rwanda.
No, yours
Wow.
is Rosa Marie, yours is Rosemary. I go,
We don't do that here.
okay, so you're from Rwanda.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have an international doctor amongst us.
Wow.
Okay, so thank you for joining us on this show, and our viewers have been anticipating for a show like this for us to talk on certain health issues. Like when I was talking about the exercise I do and all, they were so much confused. They think I'm telling lies, but that's actually.
I wasn't confused because I can see it.
Hey!
When I realized that, okay, so it's because of the exercise.
You have the X-ray vision.
Today I'm not only guy.
Okay, so today the language is going to change. We are going to talk health. Okay, so I think we all agree with me that it looks like the people of the old or appearance, like those 50s, 60s, 70s, they tend to be healthier as compared to certain health and certain sicknesses that comes with old age, like those heart attack and all that. They tend to be a bit healthier than the youth currently. I don't know whether you see that, but then I see a lot of youth having a lot of health issues, like there are a lot of health issues. So I'd like you to mention some of them to us, because sometimes we don't even know we are suffering from a health issue until it's made known. Like the last time I was watching a wisdom diary, and AVMB wisdom diary, and then there was a doctor who was actually called on set to speak, and he spoke about emotional, psychological, and it didn't seem as though it's a health issue. So I'd like you to help us with some health issue that's associated with the youth.
Would you like to start?
Okay, to kick it off, you talked about the fact that of late, I mean, not in past times, they used to go for long. Yeah, it's true. They were healthy most of the time.
Yeah.
We all attest to that fact. But then nowadays, you see, lots of factors, social and a whole lot of things. Our activity puts us at that risk of falling sick often. Okay, and then we sort of tend to die early, or we fall sick early, or diseases that are meant for the elderly. Nowadays there are 20-year-olds. There are 20-year-olds with hypertension. A 20-year-old with hypertension. But then we know hypertension is something of the old. It's because of some petty things. Okay. Right now, you just sit here and we order food. Nancy Pope, hey, someone to cheat.
Oh, yeah. Your brother is here.
Everything is so down these days. Okay, down in quote. Like that, we do not involve ourselves in most activities these days. Get it? In school, you give the excuse that we have things to do. Yeah, we know we have things to do, but as you said, you exercise at least 3 times. So how many times have you done it this week?
This week, I actually done it once.
Please add it to before the weekend.
I'll add it before.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's very necessary. Okay. Yeah. So that's basically it. And then the foods we eat are changing. Okay. There was a study that showed that I think for the past decade, the levels of fast food joints in South Africa, the study was done in South Africa and in some other African countries, has doubled almost more than 100%.
Oh.
You get it? So people are fast food, pa to pa. Now they are the pa to pa. We want everything to be fast, but in life it's not meant to be fast. Okay, so these are just some petty things that is causing all these things in our lives.
Thank you very much, MIKA.
Yeah, so I would like to add that another issue that the youth is facing right now, according to the World Health Organization, is drug abuse. And drug abuse, and that one will include also alcohol abuse. So you can see that if you look around you, there's so much pressure. Everyone is trying to seek that attention, acceptance. So at the end of the day, if they don't get it, they'll end up being depressed. And the only thing that can relieve that depression is usually alcohol, drug abuse. So even here on campus, I mean, everywhere you go, you see the youth somewhere that are cornerly involved in drug abuse, and sometimes they don't have anyone to talk to, or probably they're trying to find a way to cope up with everything. Yeah, so I believe drug abuse and alcohol is a very bad thing. And also, I would like to say that, like you say, our parents look really strong, and I think it's because there are times they were doing things manually. So right now, the world is more obscene. Like if I'm sitting there and probably I want to get something from my room, a normal human being or probably a scientist would think of building a robot to send it to something. Yeah, exactly. So right now, we want things, like you say, we want things to be really fast and really easy without us doing the work. And definitely, if you sit down for long without doing anything, the weight will increase, like, eating without exercising, all those kind of things. And that's the source of all these health issues.
But
Wow.
I would also like to add that it's good that we want to do things in a smart way, but don't you see that that's why gyms have also increased in number? So we are saying that maybe you doing something, you get a robot to do that's fine, as long as you still find another way to compensate for the physical activity, like going to the gym, or like once in a while taking a stroll, just enjoying the environment, walking around here. I think that would also help. So we don't necessarily, it doesn't mean that we have to stop being innovative in ways to make life easier, but you have to compensate for it in other areas.
Okay, so viewers, I hope you are learning something. So Kumsi here was talking about the fact that we order for food a lot, like eat fast food. So what are some healthy foods that you would recommend for the youth out there?
Oh, food is food. Me, for instance, me did one.
What is 7?
Me type.
Hey,
Baby Jim. Go to me. Come.
Okay, food is food. Okay, anything that you take to curb your hunger is food. Okay, but then you don't eat because you are hungry. Okay, eat because you are looking for something from the food. Yeah.
Alright.
You may be hungry though, but it doesn't mean you eat food that is called food.
No.
So why won't you eat it because you're hungry? Get it? So healthy foods. Okay, healthy foods. I'm not saying fast foods are not healthy.
Okay.
They are healthy. But then in life, we say too much of everything is what?
It's
bad.
Okay. And then that brings up the issue of balanced diet and whatever. Balanced diet also doesn't mean that in the food you have everything in there.
Egg, fish, sausage,
It
gizzard.
doesn't mean you have,
beans with fish,
With egg, with salad, meat,
egg.
but are they all not the same class of?
Yeah, that's what she's trying to
This is-
say.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Someone may eat rice alone. rice alone. And then he may be healthier than you who eat all these things.
Really?
Why
Where
is
do you
that?
see
Your
that?
diet, listen, your diet is balanced not with just a plate.
Wow.
Get it? Balanced diet is a lifestyle.
Wow.
Okay. And then you try to avoid something we call monotony. Monotony is when you eat the same thing every day. You get it? So if every day you are eating rice with something, you are eating rice with good bread and egg, quiz one.
Bread and egg.
So every day you eat bread and egg. So it means for a semester, okay, every nutrient you get into your body is from bread and egg. You're not getting other nutrients from other foods. You get it? So some may eat just rice today, rice pearl. Maybe I still can't. I'm not moving that papa. Or you get it? Maybe in the evening, obey bread and egg. So you get it? So it's getting protein from here. So it's a lifestyle. It's not just one plate. That's the balance.
Okay.
You get it?
Okay,
So
yeah.
even though the rice that he's eating at that moment is not balanced, his life is balanced so far as diet is concerned.
Okay.
You get it? So if you eat one and then you have sausage, you have this. Who is that? Video. But then be good in your eating.
Wow, creativity comes
I know,
in
right?
eating.
Yeah, because
Wow.
if we talk about a balanced diet, you can't find every ingredient in one particular dish. So if what you can't find in the rice, make sure you find it in the fish, make sure you find it in the salad, make sure you find it in the stew or the water you drink. Water is really key. So yeah, it has to be different kind of things on one plate. Yeah, and balanced diet is not for children and all. We used to think that okay, it's only for kids, but everyone, no matter the stage you are in life, you need to have a balanced diet.
Okay, so
Not only a balanced diet, but balanced life.
Balanced life.
Okay,
Respect
so
to diet.
on the question of balance, eating healthy, exercising, I'd like to ask, what is your take on the world today? People are going in for body implants or like enhancing some parts of their body. What's your take on it? How does it affect our health, or how does it affect your future? How does it affect your money? Like, because I know it's definitely not going to be like cheap. Like, how does it affect you? Like, basically,
Yes.
all these body enhancers. Yeah.
Well, body implants. It's a really serious issue because, well, some people can afford it, but the last time I checked, the cost, depending on the body parts you want to change, it could be the breast enlargement, the butt liposuction, all these kind of things. Yeah, it depends on the one you want to do. So the cost, like the average cost I saw, it was about 3,000 USD.
Wow.
Hey, respect them.
You know?
3,000 USD.
Wow.
3,000 USD. So imagine if you have to do maintenance for such kind of.
Actually, there's maintenance ahead.
But again, if you look alive, there has to be some other things you have to cater for. Let's say school fees. Let's say your relatives in need of something. Let's say you need to pay for house rent or like the other things which are at stake. And if you know that you can actually get that body shape or whatever you want by exercising or eating, maybe personally I feel like you can actually go for the lifestyle, change your lifestyle, and achieve it instead of
That one is not
going
fast
for
enough. It's not fast enough for them.
And pressure from other people.
Yeah, pressure.
Yeah, like I
Yeah.
was saying, people who seek acceptance.
Yes.
It's serious. Yes.
But what health? How does it affect your health? Because I've seen some people already said that. So I don't know what it is, but this is something that's best.
Something is rapture.
Yeah, something raptures and like I don't know what was that like. What did you mean?
Yeah,
How does
something
it
like
Is
that.
there any? Yeah, does it affect your diet and things like that?
The thing about the implant is that ideally implants are not meant for just the breast and back stuff. We usually know. Okay. You see, a soldier will go for war, his hips will get fractured. You need a hip replacement. That replacement is an implant.
Okay.
Implant is anything outside the body that's put in there to correct a defect or something.
Yeah.
Okay, but then, so to her or him, the ass, not the BM. The bum, one board jump small. You don't board jump small.
Yeah.
So then, what do? I enlarge it.
Okay.
Okay, I enlarge it by putting something in there to make it bulge. The leaking thing you're talking about is when whatever was put in there, okay, usually it's put in a shell and it's implanted. So if pressure from outside causes it to puncture or anything, it means it's going to leak. For breast implants, you know, saline, salt water. Yeah, salt water is one of the implants used.
Wow.
For breast breast implant. Yes.
Osmosis.
So if the shell containing the salt water leaks, it means say you have two Akusian Kuma over there. Okay, you've enlarged them. Okay, then say the left one develops a fault in the shell of whoever is there. You start leaking. So now you start having
Yeah.
okay.
The proportion is
And then the thing, all this is because we don't learn to appreciate that we are good as we are.
Yes.
Okay.
Master, you are slim. The truck is here, they call me.
Thank you. Oh my God.
Someone will come for you with the statements you made.
Hey, please do.
Yeah, you have to let know like the effect and what.
Yeah.
We just
Like
have
the
to
health.
we just have to be confident in ourselves.
Yes.
I am good as I am. Get it? I
Okay.
don't need big boobs or anything. You see the funny thing? Those with small boobs want bigger ones. And those with bigger ones are suffering from back whatever. So they also want to get more. That's why it's not
One thing you know they get.
You know they want.
Okay. On that note, on wanting and getting, let's take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Friend zone, Ellen Spice with a friend zone. We go hard in the friend zone, talk a lot in the friend zone.
Welcome back, friends, on this healthy note. And we are here with our new friends, yes, in the studio, and we are talking about health-related issues. And there's something that has been on my mind. If I see health professionals or personals like this and I don't ask this, it's worrying me. So in biology, don't be scared. In biology, back in school, we learned the different blood groups and blood types, genotypes, and those things. We should it though, we learned it, but then I don't see the importance, but I know it's necessary, but I'm ignorant of the importance. So I would want you to educate all of us. What's the importance of the different blood types, blood groups? I think that's so the genotypes and all, yeah.
Okay, so I'll come in. So we have four main groups of blood types. So we have group A, B, AB, and O. And the reason why they are grouped is because in case you need a blood transfusion, there can be some incompatibilities. So just because you are AB, you can't just give your blood to O. That's why when at the hospital, before they do blood transfusions, they need to know your blood type before they give you the blood. So it's really necessary, because if they don't do that, there might be some serious body reactions that might end up leading to death in the patient.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
So, in addition, you hear of O negative, O positive. The positive negative what we call a rhesus factor. Have you heard of the rhesus moons?
Yeah.
I think I remember.
Okay, so that's the rhesus factor. Okay. Now, see, the human body is such that anything it doesn't move, to try and reject it.
Okay.
Okay, it's like you're in this room and then a stranger enters. You try and put them out. That's how the human body is. So the blood type is such a way that if any blood sample it doesn't move, gets into it, it has to get rid of it. Okay, so if the ABC, the blue, the AB, the A, the B, the AB, and then the O, okay, the A means you have a particle we call antigen A. Okay. B means you have a particle we call antigen B. AB means you have these two. And then O means you have neither of them.
Okay.
You get it?
Yeah.
So if you are AB, it means your blood knows A, it knows B. So you can accept from A, you can accept B. If you are A alone, okay, okay, it means your blood doesn't know B. You can't receive the blood from B.
That means you can't also receive from AB.
Exactly.
Alright.
So you can just receive from A and then O, because O has neither A or B. So O is like empty. So now you can go anywhere. So we call O the universal donor.
Okay.
So O can give to anyone, and then AB can accept from anyone. Because AB has
Intelligent.
okay, so AB can receive from anyone. Okay. But then another tricky thing here is that negative cannot receive from positive. But you can't- So, but then positive can receive from negative. So if even though you may be AB and then the giver may be AB, if you are negative and he is positive, you can't receive it. Because your body does not know the rhesus factor and you are introducing it.
If I had all this knowledge, Uncle, I would have been so well in America.
Has it only got to do with when you are donating blood? Any other benefits? I learned in relation to marriage.
Yes.
Childbirth.
I heard something about childbirth that if a positive, like if the woman is negative and the man is positive and they conceive, because obviously like a part of the man has entered, so that positiveness is entering her blood, and that it apparently leads to miscarriages because, as you said, the body is trying to reject it, but that is the baby. That's what's forming the fetus in her. So. Like the body will try to reject it, and that may lead. That's what I heard. That it may lead to miscarriages. And yes, and also I heard like maybe for the first pregnancy you might not see it because it might be a little, but as time goes on, or the percentage keeps increasing, and then you have a more chance of miscarriage. Like you have more chances of miscarriages as time goes on. That's what my teacher told me.
Yeah, what
I
actually heard about the marriage-related stuff is it deals with the genotypes. The A, the AS, the SS. Which is, I think the genotypes are different from blood groups.
Genotype is just your genetic makeup. Whether blood group, whatever.
Okay, so we are talking about your sickle.
I think that's the rhesus incompatibility, right?
Yes. Okay, what you were talking about is true.
Okay.
But then you don't experience it.
My teacher didn't lie.
You don't experience it the first time because that is when your body has now seen that there's something called recess. Okay. So your body will develop something called antibodies against the recess, and it will store it. The body stores anything, it stores information against any enemy.
Alright.
In quotes, enemy. You get it? So now your body knows that there's an enemy called recess. So the first pregnancy it was a new thing. So the body had not developed anything to fight. So that one the baby would be safe or whatever you want to call it. But then subsequent pregnancies, you now have antibodies against rhesus factor. Okay. And then you are introducing a baby who is rhesus positive.
Then you'll be blaming it on the house people.
I think so on that house people note, would like to have a quick break as we conclude on this season.
Friend zone, Alan Spice with a friend zone. We go hard in the friend zone, talk a lot in the friend zone.
Hello, lovely viewers. Welcome back to today's show. And right behind the camera is a senior most doctor who has given a thumbs up to his junior doctors for a good work done. And you see him, the doctor who is behind the camera, amazing. He has whatever you see now or you are still seeing now, he's the one behind that.
So photography.
Actually behind right now.
Yeah, so you actually see his subsequent episodes to come. And today on our show we have learned some health issues associated with the youth, as well as some bad habits that the youth is actually engaged or involved in. We've learned about some blood groups and its importance. We've also learned about the benefits of exercising, what balanced diet actually means. And we know there are a lot of takeovers that you are taking home today. And if you have any question, kindly drop it in the comment section and then they will answer you. So next, where are we going to?
Oh, okay. So I like to take it from here. Yes. So every week we have something we call fun facts for the week or tips for the week. So today we met you guys. So we want help tips for the from you guys, and he was saying something about exercising. Me, I can't do exercise 3 times a week. But if there's something you can tell me to motivate me to start doing that, maybe I'll start doing that. So what can you tell us? Yeah, to take home for the week. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. So one tip that I would advise every young person to watch out for is like being aware of your body weight and maintaining it. So just because you have a mate or a friend whom you're of the same age, let's say 20 years old, definitely your body stature will be different, and that's how your weight will be different as well. So if someone might be overweight, but you might be like normal, so if we base on the BMI, I don't know if you know the BMI, so that's the body mass index too. You can just calculate it using your weight and then using your height. So that means that your body weight depends on your height and your weight. Yeah, exactly. And there's a range as well. There's a particular range that you know that okay, if I'm above this, then I'm overweight. I think that's above 25. Above 25, you're overweight, and then below that, you're underweight. So you need to have like measure, if it's possible, have a personal weighing balance where every morning you probably hop up in the washroom and then weigh yourself when you're coming back at the end of the day, like check up, like control, monitor your weight, drink so much water,
Thank you very much.
What about you, Koomson? Anything from you?
Okay, I think mine will be focused on you in particular. Yeah, you asked for it.
Oh, okay, I'm glad.
You asked for
I
it.
can change my mind.
Okay. The tip I'll give everyone here and everyone watching is exercise and drink water. That's all.
Actually, on the right part.
Exercise and drink water. You see, exercise actually does a lot now, we think. And exercise is not just for big people. Exercise is not just to lose weight. See, actually, exercise increases the sensitivity of body insulin, which helps to prevent diabetes.
Okay.
Exercise helps to prevent cardiovascular diseases. Exercise does a lot. And then what you get in addition to it is that, you look fine.
Physically.
If you're a guy, your body, Charlie, the 6 pack and since, Charlie.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I was like, do workouts, like working out as an exercise, like arm pressing, push-ups, and all this. Did I say arm pressing? I didn't the same as push-up.
You continue.
Yeah, so push-ups, all those things, like to the ladies, when they do such things, is there a possibility that they'll become muscular? Like,
Of course they will. Have you seen Serena Williams?
Yeah, same here.
they'll become muscular because some ladies don't want to do those things because they don't want to
that's very true.
But
become muscular. But then that doesn't necessarily mean that when you do such a thing, you become like those not going to the gym, like
It gives you a stronger
push-ups, all those things like push-ups, squatting, like all those things, like those exercises. To work the legs, to work the thighs, to work the stomach,
I think
your hands and all.
Per my knowledge in that, I think it's good to do those things as a lady because it makes you develop stronger arms. But it depends on the level you are doing.
Yes.
So we have beginners, you have intermediate, and we have the extreme. So for you to constantly, like the way you go to gym and always constantly doing it, taking in food supplements and all that, that will ensure that you build some kind of. So it's dependent on you.
Oh, okay.
How if you want to develop the muscle in the future. You
So there's a possibility that you can become muscular as a lady.
Oh, there's a possibility.
Wow.
It depends also on the types of exercise because some people think that when you say exercise, it has to be serious, Like exercise could be as simple as walking back from lectures and instead of coming back to your hostel, you're just walking instead of you taking a shuttle. Or if your faculty like in tall building, you opt for using the stairs instead of using an elevator. Like that simple thing. But nowadays, some people try to climb the stairs and before they get to they're already panting. So that's how that should be alarming to you. If you climb only 2 stairs,
are panting. Wow.
That should be alarming to you. So some simple things,
Okay,
Wow.
so
This
if you
episode
climb
has
the
been
staircase, like 2 staircases, and you are panting, it should be alarming to you. That's alarming. I want to say thank you so much to our guest for such an insightful.
One more thing.
Should be alarming.
I said exercise and drink water.
Okay.
I'm not talking about
The water.
You see, the more water you drink, you realize that the more you pee.
Yes.
They're like, good. So if you are drinking water, it means you are filtering your body more to take out more toxic substances. Get it? So drink more water. Even though you may not feel thirsty, drink. Okay. So drink more water and please exercise. Okay.
And for the ladies too, drinking water is very necessary for a good skin.
Okay.
Wow. No wonder your skin is so. That's the topic that you drink a lot of water.
Okay, so we have come sad enough, or excitingly enough, or amazingly enough. We have come to the end of our show. I want to say thank you to our guests for such an insightful session. We really do appreciate your presence here and for gracing our show with your knowledge, which our viewers are really glad about because they have learned a lot. Thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Subscribe.
Smash the subscribe.
Damage it.
And the last one.
Yeah, she not doing
the
the